These are some of the landmarks of the 10th century estate of Buckland in Berkshire, in Old English. Of Braden Weir and long thar Hereford Ekra, oth Fisheres Dana. Of Fisheres Dana to thar Ameda, of thar Ameda out to Wasan, of Wasan out to Ayr, and long hair to Halchware.
I'm now down in the marshland below Buckland, down towards the Thames. That's what we're going to go and have a look at next. I'm following the Wasan of the Saxon Charter, and that is a modern rendering of an old word, ooze, and there is an ooze in the tide map, according to Grundy, coming down here. So we might, and the field names. So, but it's not the only ooze in this area. Appleton has an ooze. It's now called the Appleton Brook, but in the tithe map, it's called the ooze. Now, Grundy, in another book, links these two up. But a river can't go downhill, then uphill, then downhill again. So they're two different oozes. It doesn't look like an artificial channel. It looks natural. So I wonder whether it has the connotations of the British word ooze, of the northern river. It has that sort of old connotations or not. Well, no, it does, because it goes down to the Anglo-Saxons. But whether or not is a technical term for a sort of, and that might make us look at the word wasan more deeply, as washing away water down to the river Thames. But so it could be a technical term. We've got two of them here. I don't think you see it used for streams anywhere else in this country. Probably just a Berkshire thing. We're heading for 10-foot bridge. I wanted to show you the Thames because I've done that little series on the Thames, and there's more to say about it, including some old English words that are quite interesting. Give us more a flavour of our heritage when it comes to the landscape. So Grundy takes the boundary down from the ridge to the marshland. Because there is no boundary here today, and this is like a sliver of an estate. He's got to work with what he's got. So the Saxon Charter says go to the Broadway and then to Fisheres Dana, which is Fisher's Dean, and by doing it by taking it straight down there like the map does it, he misses off the manor house and the village. And he's done this before, and I find it barking to describe the boundaries of an estate but miss out its village and its manor. Doesn't make sense to me. You can say, yeah, those things moved in the past, but I doubt it very much. But the Dean, where he places Fisher's Dean is this Dean here. And what doesn't appear on the map but is obvious when you actually walk it, which is why us modern antiquarians should get in the field to have a look, to see what we think. And you can see it takes an L shape, the little valley, and and goes along the bottom of the village. So by going up to, so if you go to Fisheres Dina, a bit over to the left, and then follow it down the hill, you are keeping the village and the manor house within its estate, which I think is probably the correct way to go with it. Then it tells us to go down to the Mared land, and he said this is on the east of the village. It's not. Mared is meadland. It has to be near water. Now, yeah, okay, so if the water coming off Fisher's Dean is really, really wet, that could be meadland, but I suspect meadland is at the bottom of the hill. Then go to the Wassan, and the Wassan is the ditch I've shown you. Is a ditch, a small stream, and it seems natural to me. And then follow it around until you come up to an air, which means river. And it doesn't mention the Thames by name. Most Anglo-Saxon charters mention the Thames, and it comes out in Old English as something like Temese, and the Celtic name for the Thames is the Tamesis. So you can see the English have just taken on the old, Englishified it, but taken on the old Celtic word for this mighty river. I'm at the Thames, and it's a nice place to sit and rest. The sun's shining nice and warm, there's a light breeze. It's a nice day, considering it's been raining for 3 or 4 days up till now. It did look quite dodgy for this morning as well, but it's turned out nice. This is 10-foot bridge. Further along there is a weir, which is, the charter goes eastward and then heads back south to complete the circle. And there's another bit of the river that it names, and it's called Helchwa, which is Helchwar, which is hollow weir in Old English, in modern English from Old English. And this pretty blackbird that crisscrosses across the Thames. You can hear him now. He might be a bit annoyed with me being here. He's making a lot of noise. So the bridge is out. The council have closed it. It looks all right to me. I could do it, but I'm too old to go venturing like that. So I'm feeling a bit knackered anyway. I'm going to go back home now. But I wanted to come down here, even though I was feeling tired earlier on. It's just to show you the Thames, which is one of the great river of England. It goes sort of 400. No, how many miles does it go? Around about 300 miles, I think, something like that altogether. And goes through, starts in Gloucestershire. I've shown you on my video of our well may, and then down south through, I wish I could remember the name of it, Ashton Keynes, I think it might be that. I've done a video of that, and then done a video of a few other bits and pieces along the way. Then comes here, then goes to Oxford, then goes to Reading, then goes to London, and then goes out through dividing Essex and Kent, and heads off into the sea. It's a very fine river. The sun's very warm. It's warming me up nicely. It's a nice way to spend an afternoon.